So I guess this is my welcome video to my YouTube channel. And I don't know even what the hell I'm going to call it. And I guess I got to be mindful of my language a little bit. I'm a sailor basically, but I gotta monitor that because the powers that be. But anyway, if you are new to this channel, which I suspect you are, considering that this channel is by definition new, then you can come to expect nothing, because I don't even know what to expect. I don't have a game plan. I don't have a strategy. Everything I'm doing here flies directly in the face of what I plan, how I operate. But here's what I will say. I think it might help whoever you are to understand a little bit about who I am. And then you can gauge whether or not this is a place where you even want to be. My name is David Gagne. I go by Buildpax, one word, Buildpax online. And here's the reason why I go by that name and why it's important. So I have a personal mission statement. Hat tip to Simon Sinek. If he sees this, I'm butchering your last name, buddy, but I'm sorry. But the reason I have this name, Buildpax, is because when I was in high school, I learned about the concept of Pax Romana, or the era of Roman peace. And I really loved that name. It was so cool. It's like, ooh, wow, the Romans, they really had their things. Like they had their ish, they had it figured out. So anyway, I love that. And I always knew I was going to use the name Pax in something. And so here I am. When I was growing up as a kid, I wanted to be a builder or whatever. Like I just thought it was a builder. My dad was like an architect. I'm like, I don't know what that is. How do you spell it? But I wanted to be a builder. I love playing with Legos, as most kids do. And so anyway, now my name is Buildpax. And the reason I have that name is because I have a personal mission statement, or my personal why. Now it's way bigger than this, what I'm about to say, but this is the executive summary of my mission statement. It's the thing that gives me life, vitality, wakes me up in the morning. It drives every movement I make in the way I interact with people, because that is important. I intend to have the greatest positive impact on as many individuals as I humanly can in my lifetime. That's it. So what does that mean? Let me break this down a little bit, because I'm very particular with how I choose my words. And I was very, very specific with how I chose my words for this mission statement of mine. Back in the day when I was in college, I used to get really, really angry after watching documentaries. I loved documentaries. Let me change my microphone. All right. I used to watch documentaries like crazy. A lot of movies, but definitely documentaries. Netflix documentaries, all kinds of documentaries. And I watched documentaries about nature and pollution and healthcare and, all kinds of stuff, man. And I was getting angry, boy. I would leave my damn dorm room and I was like, we gotta save the bees. We gotta change society. We gotta change the roads. We gotta change everything. Pollution. What are these corporations doing? I was really getting up in arms. I watched the damn Zeitgeist series of documentaries, and I actually called my brother up after watching, I think, the second one, and I was like, bro, we're driving tonight. He was like, where are we going? I'm like, yo, we're going to Venus, Florida, because I was in Miami for college, because Jacques Fresco, the futurist, lived in Venus, Florida, for the Venus Project. And after watching that damn documentary, boy, I was like, woo, Buckminster Fuller, he's gone. Can't see him, but Jacques, he's still there. Let's go see him. This is what my brother and I did. We got in my my 2005 Hyundai Santa Fe, my hand-me-down car. Thank God for parents and my dad. But anyway, my brother and I picked him up from Miami. I'm coming from Miami. I pick him up in Fort Lauderdale, and we're heading to Venus, Florida. We don't know anything about Venus, Florida. We don't even know where it's at. We know it's in basically Florida, right? Looking at a map. And this is back before GPS was really like popping. So like I had to print out the actual like driving instructions by Google Maps. Yeah, shout out to those people who know that. Anyway, so we get on the highway, we stop. We're just boys, and we're like in our early 20s, late teens, early 20s. And I called I don't think I actually called. I did not call. So we just go, right? And I did not realize this, but the Venus Project, where Jacques Fresco's organization existed in Venus, Florida, not just his home, but his actual organization, his nonprofit, specialized. Like they had like days that they would have access to the public. Apparently I just was an idiot and didn't think that like it would be better to not just sporadically, spontaneously go and just show up on this old man's doorstep and be like, hey buddy, you want to see us at night? These two strange kids. And we're not kids, by the way. Like, we're grown men technically, like, but he's in his 90s at this time. He's, I think, 94. So anyway, we go and we hit the road so we find out that he is not home. I can't remember exactly what the order of this process was, but we found out he wasn't home. He was at a hospital, and he was sick. He wasn't doing well because he was up in years. And so we found out. I don't even know how we got this information, to be honest. We found out what hospital he was at, and we go to the hospital. Before we go to the hospital, though, I shit you not. I don't have to. Somehow YouTube's gonna have to bleep that out. We go to Publix supermarket here in Florida, and I bought him a get well soon card, or get well soon balloon. I think I bought a card too, and I think that was it. Just a card and a balloon. We're not flowers people. We're giving flowers to an old man. What the hell? But anyway, that wouldn't make sense. So anyway, we get that stuff, and then we go to the hospital where he was supposed to be at. And this is what happens. I do not know how we got this information now that I think about it, because it was all same day. Like, I'm talking about, it was the afternoon when I came up with the idea to go. Same day we're doing all this stuff. So wild. Anyway, we go to the hospital, get there. We say, hey, we're here to see Jacques Fresco. They say, oh, he's been discharged. We're like, yo, we've been on the road for quite a while now, and we thought it was it. So we're like, damn, okay. So turns out he was discharged. Now he's on his way back home. So I can't remember the woman's name, his partner / organization chair or whatever. I think her name is like Rebecca or something with an R. Anyway, she was basically, she's the one that I think is running the Venus Project now, but I digress. Anyway, we go back to his house, and at this point is pitch black. And also because it's like this nowhere's land in Florida, it's dark as hell. So there are no street lights. There's nothing. It's, we're basically at this, like, it could be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre scene. I don't know. Anyway, we're there. I just park with the headlights facing the gate so I could kind of see and don't get chopped up by an alligator or snapped up by an alligator. And I just tied the balloon in the card to the gate. And man, we didn't even leave our phone numbers in the card. We'd have no idea if they got it. We hoped that they did. It probably got taken away by the wind. So many things could have happened. We're so dumb. But anyway, that's a little bit of background as to, that story. And I don't even know why the hell I started saying it, but let me go back. I love people. Buildpax stands for Build Peace. And my mission in life, as I stated earlier, is to have the greatest positive impact on as many individuals. That is key. And forgive me if you're watching this on YouTube, because my video goes out sporadically. I have to invest in equipment. Apparently, if I'm going to do this professionally, I should probably, or start to do it at least in some significant way. I need to invest in a camera that doesn't cut out on me, because Apple doesn't know what they're doing with their continuity camera, but I digress. I love people, and my mission in life is to affect individuals. I've found that while it's great to posit and theorize and conjecture on things like how to end world peace and achieve world hunger and all this utopian strategizing nonsense, I was getting myself up in arms for things like what was featured in Zeitgeist about, circular cities and, restructuring society and all these things that were really novel ideas and great, but also just unrealistic in terms of adoption. We live in a world with other people, and other people create challenges for other people. It's super easy to be alone and just say, I'm going to go buy a water bottle today. It becomes way more complicated when you add another person to that. And there's my video again. All right, I'm going to speed this up because this is getting annoying for me to deal with the video thing. But basically, if you are here and you are a type of person who finds yourself frustrated in life about whatever, money, rent, buying diapers for the baby, trying to make it in your career, you suffer from mental illness perhaps, you have a strained relationship with your friends and family or your family, you don't understand God, you don't understand religion, or you are seeking to understand these things better. Or maybe you are a student in college or high school and you're just not sure where the world is going. Maybe you are a business owner and you're struggling to pay the bills and make payroll. No matter your story, no matter your struggle, here's what I'm going to say. We all understand it. And that's the common thread. A central theme in my life, and a central theme that you'll probably see throughout this channel, depending on the direction it takes, is you got to understand, no matter how old you are, if you are alive right now, then that is a commonality that we all share. Think about it. Nobody in 1810 is alive right now. Nobody. But the person that was alive in 1810 was alive with a bunch of other people that were born way before and way after, for a period of time, for a snapshot in time, relatively speaking. All of those people sort of were a group of a one group generation, or a multi-generational group that existed on the planet that kind of forged paths forward for us now, for me to be able to sit here and basically do what is, despite the audio and video quality, lack thereof or whatever, compared to other stuff on YouTube, this is still a very high level of output that I'm doing right now. It's 1:34 on a Sunday afternoon in Florida where I live, and I have a supercomputer attached to another supercomputer attached to a monitor, which is kind of a computer in a sense, with a microphone, with other electronic computer things in it, with a mouse that is basically a computer, with a watch that's just a Casio. These things are insane to think about. And they were all enabled by previous generational groups. I'm a web developer. I'm a marketer. I'm a massage therapist. I'm trained as an electrician. I went to real estate school. I've gone to Harvard University, and I've gone to jail. And I suffer from bipolar disorder. Those are all true. And in my experience, in the things that have happened in my life, positive and negative, that have shaped my perspective, here's what I understand. Well, one, God is good. God is great. Two, people are your absolute most valuable resource in life. And that I don't say that in a let's extract the resources out of people. No, I mean, you do not exist now. You cannot watch this video without people, by definition. And if you're saying, oh, well, of course, bear with me. A lot of people don't understand this and the gravity of this statement. You exist because of others. Your mom and dad did not just say, here he is. No, it's you exist because somebody came together with another somebody and decided to make love and create another somebody. And I'm using the word somebody intentionally. You are somebody. Don't ever think you're not. The world is hard. Life is hard. Life is hard enough. And that's actually the beauty of it. Life is meant to be hard, but life is also beautiful. So while this is not a religious channel, and I'm not a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew or any religion, and I'm not advocating for any particular belief system, I will say this: God is at the center of everything. Like I said, I don't know where this channel is going. I'm a profane person that has a very unique perspective on things, and I think we all do. If you've lived this life for any period of time, you probably got a perspective on something. The old saying is opinions are just like holes. Everyone's got one. I hope that your opinions serve you well. And this is not a short form YouTube channel. I'll clip this stuff maybe, but I'm not a short form person. I enjoy it. The Yoink guy, shout out, the guy that does the YouTube videos. I can't remember his name. Danny, I think is. Shout out to him. Ash Moria, I love the fact that you're getting to YouTube. Hey man, I'm right here with you. I've been following you since 2011, 2012. Also shout out to Andre Kostrasevic, who turned me on to Ash Moria's work and, the whole running lean movement. And while I'm here and I'm just shouting people out like a black person would, shout out to MJ DeMarco, man. You the man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Simon Sinek. These are all those giants that have served me in my life and my education, self-education and proper education. And my video is gone again. Shout out to Tim Cook, man. Where are you at, like, with this development of this iPhone stuff? Like, iPhone is still good, but, like, boy, oh boy, Apple is... Y'all are falling off, man. Shout out to good customer service. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm on YouTube now. My name is David Gagne, and if you stuck around this long, I applaud you, because I imagine this rambling is tough to stick with, but boy, oh boy, I enjoy it. I need to do things that feed my soul and give me a sense of grounding, and I have a lot of perspectives. I have a lot of things to say. I hope that what I feel today, I can continue to share tomorrow and into the future. And I hope that this video uplifts you. And I hope that whatever you're struggling with, you're able to find a glimmer of hope, not in me, but in the world. If it's a beautiful day, enjoy it. If it's a rainy day, enjoy it. If it's, a day to just cuddle and chill and, enjoy that. If it's a day to do chores like it is for me today, and I'm definitely productive procrastinating right now in some way, enjoy it. Because life is fleeting, and you never know when things can change and take a turn for the worse. And maybe you take that turn and it's the last turn you take. So memento mori, which means, if I remember this correctly, remember that you must die, or something like that in Latin. People get that tattoo. I hope they understand what it means. It's a good thing to remember death, not in some morbid way, but to remember that at the end of the day, what you got, this flesh, is temporary. Now there are some thought systems or belief systems out there that would argue otherwise, but I don't have a definitive understanding about these things. So I digress. Godspeed. God bless whoever you are, wherever you are. And maybe I'll make some more content. If you like it, I guess I should do what everybody else does on YouTube. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below in the comment section and give me feedback. What should I do to make this more appealing content? What avenues should I explore? For a frame of reference, I'm a web developer. I have run and started several businesses in my life. I'm not a millionaire, thousandaire-ish, but I have a perspective. Check out my blog, buildpax.com. Join the email list, because YouTube ain't traffic you own. All that stuff, all the good advice. Anyway, until next time.